Hey guys, I can't believe I haven't said this before on the show, but did you know we have a podcast? We have a podcast. It's what this microphone here is for. We do the show here in our studio. We have guests from the automotive industry, comedians, celebrities, all friends coming on the show to hang out, talk shit, and tell you what it's like behind the scenes in the auto industry in California. We are top 3, sometimes 5 automotive ranked podcasts on iTunes, so you can find us there, search the Smoking Tire Podcast, and on shoutengine.com/thesmokingtire. I'll put the link in the description for you. Check out the podcast. It's a fun show. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Angeles Forest. It's raining in the city today, so we had people bail, and that means more fun for us because the road up here in the mountains is beautiful. This is Ashley, and thank you for joining me, sir.
Thank you.
With something which you can probably hear already. I'm really excited to have a go. This is a FC Mazda RX7 with an LS1.
Yep.
Tell me a bit about this thing.
It's a LS1 T56 trans. It's got a Ronin Speedworks V8 conversion in it. Also Ronin Speedworks 8.8 Ford conversion in the back.
Solid axle rear?
No, just IRS center section out of an Explorer.
Oh, really?
All stock suspension. The 8.8 drops right in.
Wow, interesting. Yeah. Okay, cool.
373 gears, a helical diff in the back. Weighs about 2,600 pounds. As you can see, it's kind of stripped for track duty here.
Kirky seats, but comfortable. I mean, actually, I'm shocked. If you are a tall guy, if you're a big guy, and you want a track car or a project car, this is really, really spacious and comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm super excited.
Cool.
Let's have a go. Do you have power steering?
No, manual steering.
Manual steering. And I noticed you have some Ford FR500 look-alike wheels.
Yep.
With some slicks.
Yeah.
It's on slicks.
Yeah.
So here we go. There is we're gonna have to speak up because it's gonna get loud. There's an entire industry dedicated to removing the rotaries from these cars. And putting in the V8. So, did you buy this car stock? How did it go?
I bought it with the rotary in it for $500, and
working or not working?
It worked. I ran it till it blew up, and then I started the V8 swap.
Well, so far so good. It feels very light on its feet. Interesting. Have you had an alignment recently, or is it? Oh no, this has not gone well. It feels like it steers a little differently left than it does right, but it might just be the wheel alignment.
It could be. The wheels and tires were brand new, so I think the tires might have slipped on the wheel a little bit, and the balance might be just out of whack.
Okay, well, it's just something to note.
Yep.
So you let me buy? Oh, you good soul, you.
Thank you, sir.
An LS motor and you put it into such a light car, it feels like the engine just doesn't have to work. It feels so like unstrained.
Yeah.
A lot more use of that power. Wow. It's not super loud, it's bearable.
Yeah.
It's so strange to have a fully manual rack. It gets darted around a bit. You've got some wider front tires on this, I imagine, right?
Yeah, it's got 275 100 treadwear tires all the way around.
That's square, huh? Is square the way to do an RX-7?
Yeah, absolutely.
So how does the V8 affect the weight distribution? That's usually where everyone goes with this.
The weight distribution, actually, without anybody in it, is 5149.
Wow.
Car weighs 2,600 pounds as it sits. And the weight actually gets a little bit better with a driver in it.
Better with driver.
Yeah.
Wow. It's got great power.
Yeah.
You know, typical LS, smooth, even power band. It's definitely got a hot rod sound. This makes a whole lot of sense. You know?
Yeah,
it does.
Bang for the buck. I don't know that I could build another car that would perform like this, to be honest with you.
I'm still kind of getting used to it. I'm not really going at it. Whatever is slightly off in the steering, it's
holding back my confidence slightly, but
right.
oops, sorry. And that's
all
my
good.
clutch was already on all the way on the floor, I swear. Feels good. What do you got for brakes?
It's actually another Ronin Speedwork product. Bigger 350Z Brembo rotors and stock calipers, actually with a spreader in it, so it can use a bigger rotor, but really
so
all stock brakes. Yeah.
So, what percentage of this car just uses stock hardware from something else? Like a lot of it.
A lot of it. I think the only thing that's the only stuff that's still Mazda are the body, some of the wiring, some of the interior, and the suspension hard parts. Everything else has been replaced, upgraded. It's solid Delrin or a Heim joint suspension all around.
Well, what's very interesting is this car a double wishbone car?
No, semi-trailing arm in the back and then
Really?
McPherson strut in the front. Yeah.
It rides really well. I mean, I guess because it's so light, you
Yeah.
don't have to really spring it too hard, but
It's actually pretty stiff springs. It's got Fortune coilovers that were custom valve for the the weight balance of the car. It's got 700-pound springs in the front and 400s in the
is
rear.
it really 700
Yeah.
in the front?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm shocked because the ride quality is good,
Yeah.
at least up here. I don't know about on the highway.
Where you get to some washboard sections, it's a little rough. When I had softer coilovers on it, it was a kitten on the road. It rode really well.
You got a really neat custom gauge cluster. Do you make that?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
cool. It's just,
Thank
I
you.
mean, simple. It's just gauges on a piece of black
Yeah.
plastic, but they're all just it's well placed, well thought out.
Thank you.
Got all my information. This is a really cool build, man.
Thank you.
I want this person to pull over so we can go again, but they haven't had a chance yet. I assume you have no ventilation of any kind in here. Really?
No, no.
The 280 AC.
Yeah. No.
Can I
Nothing.
get mine?
Oh man.
All right. Well, we'll have a pause. It's fine.
Yeah.
We'll have a pause. We'll let this person clear out. And where's the turn? Don't turn out. Come on, please. All right. I got good viz here. We'll be back. All right. Here we go. So as far as the LS itself, is it pretty much stock?
LS is fairly stock. It's got a cam in it and a lot of durability upgrades, valve springs, better timing set, better lifters, that type of stuff. But stock Camaro heads, stock intake, really just the cam for to hop it up.
That's it, huh?
Yeah, that's it.
So is this a weekend car for you, or is it a track car?
It's mostly a track car. It started out as a weekend car, and I took it to the track, and was surprised how well it did. So it's got a little over 6,000 miles, probably 4,500 to 5,000 of those are on a racetrack.
Wow.
Yeah.
It feels fun, man. It feels tight. It feels light. Very fast, unquestionably. Very fast. The brakes are nice.
It's got Hawk pads on it. They're DTC line. Surprisingly, they actually work pretty well in the street. You don't have to get them too hot, so something like this when we're cruising around, it's nice.
Yeah, my only weird thing, a couple corners back, it felt like the nose got kind of light at the mid corner, like right when I was on light throttle.
Yeah.
And for some reason, like right at that mid corner, I just lost confidence in the steering, and
Yeah.
then it came back. But I don't. Is that just me, or does that happen to you sometimes?
It happens to me sometimes as well. I think some of it's in the manual steering, and it's got quite a bit of, probably an aggressive amount of toe out on it.
Maybe, yeah.
So in the mid
Bit of
corner,
a camber.
yeah, it's got a lot of camber too. So it does get a little floaty at times.
It just felt like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
just the front, the wheel got a little light there. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, it needs to be driven harder. When it's on the track,
Maybe.
the camber lays over it, and it doesn't do that as bad. Yeah.
Maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
We're all. I feel bad because we're following them, but we're almost back. But man, I love this car.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
You got to do that 3/4 shift slow. That's what
Yeah.
it does. If you slam the 3/4, it's unhappy. But
I gotta pull the track with the blocker rings. I think a little borked up. So
no, it's cool. This
needs
is
a
a
couple-
really neat car.
Thank you.
I absolutely get it. And what was the stock engine this thing making?
130 horsepower.
And now you're
rotary.
400.
400. Yeah, it's about 460, 405 or so to the wheels.
Yeah, it's hard to make an argument to keep the rotary when you can get these kind of gains for presumably a pretty reasonable amount of money, right? Do the swap.
Yeah.
And not mess up the weight balance. That's the thing, right? Is it perfect 50-50 with the rotary?
Yeah, it is. Well,
so it's 1 percentage point off?
Yeah, I mean, you got to think about it too. With the rotary, you're slamming a giant turbo on it, intercoolers, a bunch of stuff on the front end.
So
it's probably a wash.
All right.
I mean, in all honesty.
I like it. Thank you so much, Ashley.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Check out Ashley's Wheelwell. I mean, if you're interested in this, if you want a fast car and you're a big guy, this is a good way to start. And I imagine there's at least a few of these around that have been done.
They're all they're all over the place.
944s too. There's LS 944s as well, and that's kind of probably a pretty similar driving experience if I could take a guess at it. So thanks for coming down. Check out his Wheelwell. Check out my Wheelwell. Yada yada yada. Wheelwell. I'll see you later. Goodbye.